Shall we pray? Gracious and eternal God, our Father, we thank Thee for this that You have given us. It is with Your grace that we have assembled in these hallowed place, in this hallowed and sacred ground. We thank You and we praise You for the many blessings You have bestowed upon us. All of these achievements have been because of Your divine will. We honor You for this opportunity to pour back into mankind what You so richly poured into us. Thank You for this great institution, this faculty, staff. Thank You for our parents and the many loved ones that have come today to give witness to Your unfailing grace. All of the sacrifices, the labor have come to fruition. Bless now this ceremony to Your glory, and we will be ever careful to reverence Your name. These blessings we ask in Thy Son's name, and we count it done. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Good morning. My name is C.B. Smith, and I'm honored to serve as the chairman of the Columbia College Board of Trustees. And it's my pleasure to bring you greetings, and to our graduates, greetings and congratulations from the Board of Trustees. As I encounter Columbia College graduates as I travel around, I'm struck by three things. And I know that you graduates have the three C's, and I have three slightly different C's. I see in Columbia College graduates composure, confidence, and competence. And those are slightly different from their three C's, but I think those are important. The composure, you're very comfortable in your skin, as the old saying goes. You know who you are, and I think that's important as you leave here. Confidence, again, you know what you can do, and you feel like you're ready to face the world. And competence, you've been very well prepared to go out, represent your school, represent yourself, and achieve as you go out into the world. Our recent statistics show, and this is pretty remarkable, between 93 and 96% of you will either have a job or be enrolled in graduate school within 6 months of graduation. And of course, some of you are graduating from graduate school and will have jobs in 6 months. That's really a remarkable statistic, and it says a lot about the value of the education that you've received at Columbia College. Most of you did not do this alone. You've had family, friends, significant others who've supported you through your journeys at Columbia College. And I'd ask you to take just a minute to stand up, turn around, and give them a big hand of applause and appreciation. And before you get too comfortable, you've also had the support, the love, attention from our very fine faculty. And stand back up just for a minute and join me in giving them a big hand. They've really contributed. And I would also like to add my word of thanks, and thanks to our President, Carol Moore, our Provost, Robin Rosenthal. Robin, where are you? Oh, right here, good. And all of our fine faculty and staff. We really have a truly dedicated faculty and staff here at Columbia College, and I know that you all appreciate that and joining me in thanking them. And before I go on to our guest speaker, I'd like to recognize our class of 1968. They're having their 50th reunion this weekend. The Ruth Ann Collins and Carol Story are members of that class, and I'm honored to serve on the Board of Trustees with them. But class of 1968, if you're here, if you'd stand up and be recognized. Carol tells me the class of 1960, who's going to sing, 68? Oh, okay, yeah, we're going to have a little performance before I introduce our guest speaker. Sorry about that.
So now we will hear from the High Seas.
Thank you.
Like
Thank you very much, girls. That was wonderful. It gives me great pleasure now to introduce our guest speaker. I started thinking some time ago about who would be wonderful to address this class, and I thought, who better in the world to give advice to graduate than probably the premier advice giver in the country and maybe the world. Jeanne Phillips, Dear Abby, excuse me, is published in over 1,400 papers throughout the world, really, with total circulation of over 110 million readers. She's read in over 90 countries in the world. My good friend Jeanne Phillips has written Dear Abby since the 1970s as a joint enterprise with her mother, who founded the column, and she's written it exclusively since 1987. She lives in Los Angeles with her husband, Walter Harris. Walt, if you'd stand up, and we're happy to have you here also. Dear Abby's advice is timely, up to date, and hits the mark. For Jeanne, it's not just about writing a column, it's about the love of people. In addition to publishing answers to letters that she receives, the 10,000 or so that she receives a week, if people are troubled, they contact her, she contacts them personally. She's reached out to save people who were threatening suicide or threatening to other kinds of disasters, and helped them personally through telephone calls, through interceding on their behalf, etc. It's really a labor of love for her, and I hope I'll read her column every day, and not just because we're good friends, but because I really value reading her advice, and she's entertaining but also gives great advice. She's received lots of awards, and I'll read just some of them. She receives awards from the National Office of Drug Policy, American Academy of Dermatology for excellence in public education of dermatology issues, American Ex-Prisoners of War, Overeaters Anonymous, and the National Minority Organ Tissue Transplant Education Program. She received the 2015 Proxmire Award for Leadership in Public Awareness of Alzheimer's disease and dementia, and the Hearing Loss Association of America's 2015 Walter T. Ritter Award. In 2007, Parents, Families, and Friends of Lesbians and Gays honored Jeanne with a Straight for Equality Award for her support of equality. She's been an ambassador and national supporter of the National Women's Health Week of the United States Department of Health and Human Services Office on Women's Health. Jeanne is one of only a few laypersons to be granted a prestigious life consultant membership in the Group for Advancement of Psychiatry. She sits on a number of boards and was honored by the National Society of Newspaper Columnists in 2016. She's been profiled in the New York Times, featured on the Steve Harvey Show, Extra, and Entertainment Tonight. In a moment, we will award Jeanne the highest honor that Columbia College has the privilege to grant, and that's a Doctorate of Humane Letters. If all of that is not enough, we've had some very distinguished speakers, commencement speakers here. President Bill Clinton and the late Barbara Bush are a few that come to mind, but I'm betting you that we've never had one who had her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So it's my great pleasure to introduce to you my good friend, Jeanne Phillips, Dear Abby.
is now my pleasure to present to dear Abby, Ms. Jeanne Phillips, as our chair said, the highest award that Columbia College can, that is the Doctorate of Humane Letters. Honorary degrees recognize outstanding individuals for a lifetime of achievement, and we are very proud to have her here with us today to share some advice with you and to award her the Columbia College Doctorate of Humane Letters. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And now we'll do the heading.
Aside from my husband's proposal of marriage, this honorary doctorate is the highest compliment I have ever received. I want to thank the trustees for it. I'm so very happy to be with you today, sharing my words of wisdom, whether you want to hear them or not. A wise advisor once told me the best speeches are short, so I promise not to drone on. The purpose of Dear Abby is to educate, enlighten, and entertain. Because you're already educated, you will have to settle for enlightenment and entertainment today. However, before I do that, I want to congratulate each and every one of you for what you have achieved. You've done it, and you are likely soaring on adrenaline and eager for the speechifying to be over so you can celebrate. Standing before you, I realize most of you won't remember a word I've said today. The last thing you need is another lecture. Instead, let me share some of what I have learned from the people who write to me. First, as you greet the next chapter of your lives, you will be entering a world far more complicated than you might expect. While for some of you, your college courses may be over, many lessons life has to teach you lie ahead. From speaking with other successful individuals, I have learned that a large component of success is about relationships. Relationships are something I know quite a bit about. People write me about their headaches, their heartaches, and their pains in the ass. The letters I publish come from real people with real problems, people who are hurting. But occasionally, a fake letter will slip by me. I remember one in particular from a woman who said she was heartbroken because although she had asked her husband for a vacuum cleaner for her birthday, he had instead bought her a bowling ball. Of course, I commiserated with her. Well, after her letter appeared, I was inundated with email from readers informing me that months earlier it had been an episode on The Simpsons. Now, I'm frequently asked if all the letters in the Dear Abby column are real or if I make up some of them. Well, I couldn't make up anything half as good as what I receive from my readers. Many of the letters are amusing only because of their wording. From Atlanta, Georgia came this gem. Dear Abby, is it proper for a bride's mother to give her a shower? She could sure use one. Or this one. Dear Abby, it's no secret that I have herpes, but I have chosen to learn about the disease and share it with others when the opportunity presents itself. But seriously, Regardless of who you are, at one time or another, everyone has challenges. What matters most is how you deal with them. Sometimes it involves remembering to be less judgmental and be kinder to yourself. Excuse me. At other times, you have to straighten your shoulders and give yourself a swift kick in the ass. I know, because I have done this to myself. They say it's physically impossible, but I want you to know I have managed. And I'm mentioning it to you because if you remember what I've just told you, it may help you when you're overwhelmed. When my mother, the founder of Dear Abby, began suffering from Alzheimer's disease in the mid-1980s, Mom started telling me she just didn't feel creative. Because the column deadline still had to be met, in 1987 I began writing the Dear Abby column. That I was doing it was a well-kept secret. I had previously written the Dear Abby nationally syndicated radio show for 7 of the 12 years that it existed, and the Dear Abby show lasted longer than any other show on the network. However, in spite of my success, when I submitted those first columns, I was terrified. I was sure everyone would immediately know and the column would be finished. Even though I had answered Dear Abby mail since I was in my teens, I thought God would strike me dead. Thankfully, neither of those fears was realized. I have since learned from psychotherapists that this happens frequently to people in many occupations who feel insecure about their success. Some sufferers need an analyst to help them cope. I used common sense to help myself. I told myself, my readers are asking for my help, so get your mind off yourself, concentrate on helping them, and get busy. For me, it worked. No matter where life leads you, never forget the importance of kindness, compassion, and respect for others. I include the word respect because I think its meaning may have been lost. When we listen to others with respect, even if we disagree, we open ourselves to learning something we didn't know. If more people were willing to do this, we might start to heal this divided nation of ours. Let me also share with you that the road to success isn't a superhighway. It can be a narrow, long, and winding path. So be prepared for detours and dead ends. And when you encounter them, as you eventually may, don't panic. What may seem like a dead end may instead be a new beginning. Some of you may even find that after all the hard work you've put in, what you thought was your passion hasn't turned out to be. This can happen not only in careers, but also in personal relationships. Mistakes can be daunting, but remember, our mistakes often teach us far more than success does. Having made a few mistakes myself, I can vouch for that. People often write me about thank you letters, or to be more specific, a lack of them. Today, many people seem to have forgotten or were never taught how important it is to show gratitude. If you take a moment to thank a parent, a teacher, a mentor, a friend, or someone who has supported you through a difficult time, it is something that person will remember for a lifetime. If there is one important life lesson I would like to impart to you, it's this: be grateful for the blessings, large and small, that you've been given. Take a moment each day to count them: your health, your intellect, the individuals who love and support you on your journey through life. If you do, you will appreciate them all the more. I know I do. You may think I'm standing here pontificating, but millions of readers have shared their deepest, darkest secrets with me. And oh my, all I can say is, some secrets should be kept to oneself. I know what's going on in people's lives and in their bedrooms. They have opened the doors wide for me, so I don't have to strain my eyes at the keyhole. An example. Dear Abby, as I was getting into a hot tub at a resort, a woman sitting in it holding a glass of wine asked me, "Are you prepared to pay child support?" When I asked her what she meant, she replied, "Some women get pregnant from being in a hot tub with a man." Is that possible? Signed, Worried in Iowa. Or this from Indiana. Dear Abby, I haven't been in a relationship since 1995. Is it true when they say, use it or lose it? And does it hold true for women also? Signed, Itching to Try. For years, people have urged me to write a supplementary column called Dear Abby After Dark. It might be fun. If I decide to do it, you'll all be able to read it on the smartphone each of you is never without. What I receive runs the gamut. Every day, people pour out their hearts because they know I will not judge them. And I take my responsibility to my readers seriously, because giving advice is serious business. When I hear from someone who is suicidal, I don't write, I call. And I assist them in finding help in their community. I offer help to the alcoholic, the drug addicted, runaway teens, battered women and men, and give them the phone numbers of the domestic violence, rape crisis, and suicide hotlines. People sometimes call me an amateur wailing wall. Troubled, confused souls pour out their hearts in an endless stream of confessions. And many of them end with, "Gee, Abby, it sure felt good to get it off my chest." This in itself is good therapy. My hope in telling you what I receive is that it will demonstrate that life can be messy. There are all kinds of people you will meet in your lives. Some are intelligent, some less so. Some are serious, some are funny. To repeat a line from the movie Forrest Gump, life is like a box of chocolates, and you never know what you're going to get. After a day of reading serious letters, just when I need it most, I get a genuine lift from a letter like this. Dear Abby, I have been dating Lowell for more than a year. He's a college graduate with a professional job. We have been talking marriage, and I am thrilled. But I have one concern. Lowell believes he's from another planet. When Lowell first mentioned it, I laughed, and I said, I thought there was something different about you. The trouble is, he isn't joking. Or this. Dear Abby, after reading about doctors getting asked for free advice, I'd like to offer my father's response when asked what he did for a living. He would say, I follow the medical profession. Oh, you're a doctor, they'd ask? No, I'm a mortician, he'd reply. At that point, the questioners usually changed the subject. And this, Dear Abby, my beloved late husband, Frank, was blind due to a medical condition and owned a talking watch. Since the watch was such an important part of his daily life, I made sure it was on his wrist for the funeral. The minister who officiated at the funeral began preaching at length, and right smack in the middle of the long sermon, somehow my husband's watch alarm went off. Later someone said, yep, that was Frank. He was letting the preacher know it was time to quit. I replied, let's just say it took a miracle to turn a wristwatch into a stopwatch. And speaking of stopwatches, I don't want to wear out my welcome. Thank you for letting me speak to you on such an important occasion of yours. God bless you all. I wish you happiness, good health, and success in your lives.
Thank you, Jeanne Phillips, for a wonderful taste of Dear Abby and wisdom for our students as they leave us. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and trustees of Columbia College, let me welcome you to the 2018 commencement exercises. We welcome family, friends, our platform party, certainly our faculty, staff who are scattered throughout the church today. We'd like to recognize our trustees that are seated with the faculty, of course, our honored guest, and last but most important of all, our graduates. So let's hear it for the graduates. We are here today to recognize your journey and your accomplishments. And your journey, whether you receive a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree, have two bookends. The first day you started class, you were excited and anxious because you didn't know what was coming before you. And the other bookend is today. You are excited and anxious. Okay? We know that. You're anxious because some of you don't know what's going to happen Monday morning when you wake up. Some of you do. Some of you know you're off to graduate school, you're off to a new career, and some of you aren't there yet. But even those who know where they're going in the next few months are still anxious because you don't know the road before you. So we're going to get back to being anxious in just a minute. I want to share with you a quote from Henry Ford, who said, "Thinking is the hardest work there is, which is why so few people do it." You all have been thinking for a long time. The faculty have challenged you. They have pushed you to think harder and harder as you've moved through your journey to your degree. They have tested you along the way. And guess what? You passed the test. Yay, come on. You have acquired the 4 C's: courage, confidence, commitment, competence. And so while you're a little anxious today, and you will be Monday morning when you're not going to class, and you're not quite sure what you're going to do that day, drag out that courage. It's inside of you. You've built it over your time here. You are confident because you've done all of that thinking and been successful. You're committed to your future, to your career, to your families, and to the world. And we expect you to be committed. And you're competent. You know that. And so on those days when life isn't as kind as you'd like it to be, pull out those 4 C's. And remember that you have amassed grit, resilience, and the abilities to do wonderful things for yourself, your family, your community, and for the world. Remember your values and those that you've learned at Columbia College. So my job here really is not to do all this congratulations, but it's to charge the graduating class. Now, I've thought about that for a while, and I thought, well, what's the charge? Go out and do well, make us proud, do well in the world? None of those quite resonated. And then I thought about a song that did resonate with me. And so I'm taking my charge from Leanne Womack, and my charge is very simple. It's one word: dance. Okay, let me share a few lines of the song with you. And she says, I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. Okay, we want you to be lifelong learners. May you never take one single breath for granted. Always remember that you're not in this world alone. Always give back. Always be kind and empathetic to the person standing next to you. She goes on to say, I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Respect the natural world that you live in. It's the only one we have, and we're entrusting it to you. When one door closes, I hope one more opens. And so all of us at Columbia College, this is our wish for you. Doors will close, but we know others will open because you will make them open. And so when you get a chance to sit it out or dance, what are you going to do? Dance. Come on. Okay, a few more. Never settle for the path of least resistance. You have those 4 C's. You have brains in your head, feet in your shoes. Go forward. Be courageous. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Be a risk taker. Go forward and do the best you can in the world. And when you come close to selling out, reconsider. Remember your 4 C's. Remember your own values. Remember the values you acquired at Columbia College. And so, when you get a chance to sit it out or dance, let's hear it. What are you going to do? Yay.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Christina Dunn, or you probably know me more famous by Chris. That's what I go by at Columbia College. Wow, so I really have to say this one more time. Hey, fam. What up? Hey, y'all. We actually made it here today. Wow, it's incredible. So before I begin my speech, I would like to extend a few thank yous to everybody. First, I would like to thank my class of 2018. Give yourself, we did this, y'all. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for the memories that you have provided these past 4 years, for late night study sessions, late night cookout runs, all the great things that we've done over the past 4 years, and I cannot wait to go on the rest of this journey with every one of you. Thank you to the friends, family, and loved ones here today. Without your support, we would definitely not be here today where we are at. And thank you to the faculty and staff for just giving us a support away from home and for just providing us with everything that we needed, and especially with the professors for giving us these great tests and quizzes that we loved so much. And thank you to Dr. Moore, who came in and she just turned our world upside down. But we love her for the rest of it because she has made some great changes here at Columbia College, and we are definitely greater because of it. Thank you personally to Dean Budden. Dean, I know you're back there. Thank you so much for just showing me what a woman leader is and just for giving me a lot of inspiration throughout my time here. And a personal thank you again to Dr. Sharkey, who is also back there. He has been with me since my first year here at Columbia College, and he has definitely become a mentor to me, but more importantly, a friend, and he has given this Republican just a lot of gusto to go out into the world and just take over. Good things, though, I promise. And then also Dr. Marsh, who was our class advisor as well, who has just given us a lot of stuff, y'all. This one went through a lot. And then lastly, a personal thank you to my mom and dad. I love you both so much. My mom's back there with a little button she made for me. Thank y'all so much for all the love and support and for financially providing me with cookout. That's much appreciated. On August 24, 2014, many of us began our journey here at Columbia College. This was our first day of class for most of us, and I know this because I went and stalked my own Instagram to make sure I got the actual date right. But for some of us, this journey started sooner, and for others, it started later. Regardless of when we began this, the journey through the women's college, the evening college, or A2B, online or graduate program, we all remember that first very, very scary step. Even before we began our time at Columbia College, courage was instilled in us. It took courage to go through the nerve-wracking admissions process. For some of us, this process was new, and for others, we had gone through it before. Regardless of our prior circumstances, regardless of how long we had to wait to be accepted into Columbia College, and regardless of how difficult or easy it was to get in, our first day of class, we all became equal. On August 24th, or August 27th, 2014, we all became equal. It took a lot of courage to come to college, but here we are. On our first day at Columbia College, we showed our friends, family, supporters, and the haters that we had courage. I once heard that for every year you are here, you earn one of the 4 C's, which are, say it with me, everybody, courage, you're not saying it. Courage, commitment, confidence, and competence. Thank you. While there's an order to how the 4 C's function, I think personally that every individual earns or learns at least one of the 4 C's each year based off the challenges that they have to overcome. Our first year, we earned our first C on the very first day of college, courage. It takes a lot of guts to go to college. You're on your own for the first time, you have to become an individual, you have to be independent. You don't know many people, so you have to make friends as well. But even with all these challenges, we showed our courage and we succeeded. Fast forward or rewind back to sophomore year. This was the make it or break it year for those of us that remember it. Some of us have decided to put it behind us. We were fresh off of the euphoric feeling of completing our first year, but this was the year that we were tested. For many of us, we joined or became officers in different organizations. We had new classes, new professors, new positions, new opportunities, even new friends, and new commitments. It was here that I believe that some of us earned our next C in a different way, possibly, or some of us in a different order. Some of us learned commitment to continue with our positions or other opportunities, to continue with the positions that we were filling, to continue with actually being in college and not dropping out. It was with this that we committed to ourselves. For others, it was confidence to step into new positions, to make new friends, or to have the confidence to even try new things. I think that for many of us, though, we earned commitment. We were determined to make it through all the challenges of sophomore year. Our next year, junior year, this was the fun one, y'all. For many of us, our junior year was difficult, to say the least. So to all the junior marshals, congratulations on finally making it through. That was the hard part. You are good now. We had to continue to juggle our ever-growing list of responsibilities, our list of commitments, to get ready for our senior year, for after graduation, and for what we were going to do for the rest of our lives. Again, this is where the C's are kind of flipped. For some, it was commitment this time, commitment to stay involved in what we were doing, commitment to keep up your schoolwork and to keep up with your studies and to maintain good grades, and just to commit to completing your junior year. For others, this was confidence now, to prepare for the real adult world, for the challenges and the opportunities that we were going to face out there in the adult world, and to confidently network and to confidently begin the next steps for our careers. Finally, we come to our senior year, y'all. And this was the year that some of us wanted to go by really, really fast, and then for others, it could have taken day by day, kind of been a little bit slower. Our senior year is when we take all the lessons that we have learned here at Columbia College, and we apply them. We use them while applying to jobs, to graduate schools, to what we're going to do for the rest of our lives. It's this year that I personally believe that we discover who we really are. Some of us, sitting here today, had our whole senior year planned out, and it actually went according to our plans. Kudos to you. But for some of us, we had it all planned out, but life had a different direction. I firmly believe that our senior year is when we discover who we really are, and we see the growth that has happened over our years here at Columbia College. This is also the year that we earn our final C, competence. Now, I will be honest, I did not know what competence meant before I came to Columbia College, and I still have to look it up, even for the speech I had to. But from my understanding, it means to successfully complete something. It makes sense that it wouldn't be until now, our senior year, that we earned this C. We finished 4 years of college, we completed our majors, and some of us have successfully completed graduate school applications and been accepted in the fall. But for some of us, this isn't the case. Some of our fellow classmates will not graduate today. Some of our fellow classmates did not get accepted into graduate school, and some of our fellow classmates have no clue what they're going to do Monday morning. While some of us may not have accomplished what we have set out to do this year, I say that you are still competent. Something that I have learned throughout my senior year is that self-worth is not measured by outside sources. Would it be nice to have gotten into grad school? Oh yeah. Would it have been nice to know what you're going to do Monday? Absolutely. But just because some of us are not where we thought we would be, our worth has not changed. The number of chords you do or do not have today do not quantify the involvement that you have had on campus. The awards that you did or didn't receive do not represent your abilities. And the recognition that you did or did not receive does not measure the impact that you have had on Columbia College and the community. You are competent, and just like when you started college on August 27, 2014, today, on May 5th, 2018, we are all equal. Today, students who have maintained a 4.0 GPA will receive their diploma beside their peer who has maintained a 3.0 GPA. Today, students who have never received recognition during their time here will receive a degree beside a peer who has been recognized many times. Today, those of us who did not do anything on campus will receive a degree next to somebody who was involved in literally everything. Today, since the first time we started school, we are all equal. I encourage every graduate in this room to take the 4 C's that you have rightfully earned and live them out every single day. Live your life courageously. Commit to everything that you do and have confidence in yourself. While you may have to overcome challenges and life may not work out the way you plan, know that you are competent. Know that you are competent because you are a Columbia College graduate. As we begin to face the world after today, remember that you will always have a home at Columbia College. We are a family of faculty, staff, and students. And plus, when we come back to campus, we do not have to do any more assignments. Yay! We are all on this journey together. To quote a very famous play called Senior Live or something, for those of you who do not know, this was our Folly skit, so just put a little bit of context in there for you. We support each other, we love each other, we are all in debt together, and we are all on our way. We did it, fam. Thank you and congratulations.
Graduates, you are surrounded by an elite class of Columbia College students. You have contributed leadership, dedication, and integrity to this institution, and your legacy will always be present as you leave her hallowed halls. As your representative of the Columbia College Alumni Association, I welcome you into the 5th oldest association of its kind in the country. On this special day, I challenge you to begin planting seeds for the next generation of Columbia College students, reminding them always of our rich heritage since the founding of the college in 1854. You have worked hard for your success, and I hope Columbia College will always hold a special place in your heart. To the graduates of the class of 2018, congratulations, best wishes, and welcome to the Alumni Association.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise? Madam President, these students have satisfied all the requirements for the degree. They have been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees. I present them to you in order that you may confer upon them the bachelor's degree.
Because you have satisfied the requirements of the degree, have been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees of Columbia College, by the authority vested in me by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees, it is my pleasure to confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining.
Receiving the Bachelor's of Arts degree. Jamie Imani Adamson. Amanda Christine Allen. C.J. Anderson. Kiera Nicole Anderson, magna cum laude, cum honore. Rejoice Lavelle Armstrong. Veronica Michelle Banton. Stephanie Nicole Benin-Haley. Desiree Jade Bowe, summa cum laude. Taisha Pilar Bolton. Patrice Nicole Broadnax. Carl Stephen Brown II. Jasmine Alexandria Brown. Randy R. Bryant. Sarah Boyce Buchanan, summa cum laude. McKenna Elizabeth Buckley. Sarah Burke. Shannon Kara Butler. Alexis Ray Cesario. Jonathan Cleon Chadwick. Amber Mackenzie Chavis, summa cum laude. Jody Alexandra Coggins Kirkland. Mojave Alexander Coleman. Rebecca Danielle Connor. Casey Richard Connors, magna cum laude. Jonathan Thomas Cranford with honors. Sierra Leanne Cross. Jason Eric Crow. Shatara Lee Dalton. Tania Ayana Dawkins. Summer Happy Sunshine Days. Jasmine Deshawn Diamond. Sydney McKinney Donnelly, cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Duffy, magna cum laude, cum honore. Taylor Renee Dumdai, summa cum laude. Christina Anise Dunn. Callison Victoria English. Franklin Leroy Finch, with honors. Ashley Lauren Fleming, magna cum laude, cum honore. Janella Shante Ford. Hannah Elizabeth Fox. Rebecca Grace French, cum honore. Chantel LaDawn Folgham. Kelsey Ann Fulton. John Tyron Galloway. Alexandra Nicole Gilbert, summa cum laude, cum honore. Azaro G. Graytroll. Fertasia Michonne Green. Brenna Ariel Gregg, summa cum laude, cum honore. Jaleesa Lachey Harmon. Gabrielle Wilson Helms, magna cum laude. Charlie Monroe Herring, summa cum laude. Andrew Jameson Harrington, cum honore. Destiny Janae Hicks. Kenyatta Latrell Holly. Constance Lachey Holmes. Mary Grace Elizabeth Holt, cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Howell. Rosalind Yvonne Humphrey. Samuel Hunter Jr. with honors. Wanda J. Himes, summa cum laude. Ashton Thomas June. Christy Crawford Justice. Yasmin Denise Keeley. Rebecca Hope Kennedy. Elizabeth Ophelia Ketcherside with honors. Curtis George Killian with honors. Catherine Taylor Kopp. Margaret Reed Leatherman. Christopher Dwayne Lemons. Denise Renee Lemon. Deborah Lynn Long with honors. Bronwyn Elizabeth McDaniel, cum laude. Caitlin Marie McDonald. Crystal Gail Miller. Frances Tiffany Michaud with honors. Jaquita Rona Moore. Keisha Manika Munson, cum laude. Eric Samuel Murphy. Imani Denise Parr. Nancy Louise Paul, cum laude. Savannah Ray Platt. Rebecca Page Prosser. James McQueen Quattlebaum with honors. Megan Kelly Quattlebaum with honors. Sean Stephen Ramsey with honors. Thomas Albert Rupke. Sarah Courtney Ritzel, magna cum laude. Olivia Marie Schwabero. Dolores Rochelle Shabazz, summa cum laude. Christina Skirving with honors. Tori M.D. Smalls. Kristen Aurora Susi, summa cum laude, cum honore. Jayana Chanel Spriggs. Sabrina Nicole Stevens. Amber Lee Tanner. Helen Ray Taylor, summa cum laude, cum honore. Charolette Patricia Taylor. Layla Maria Tessinier, summa cum laude. Damian Threet. Catherine Aubrey Trier, magna cum laude, cum honore. Diane Britton Turner. Nicholas John Vecchione with honors. Anthony Blair Viewig, magna cum laude. Chelsea Diana Vogelson. Katrina J. Waite, summa cum laude, cum honore. Jason George Walchuk, summa cum laude. Jordan Alexis Wall. Kimberly Capri Waring. Anthony Dean Webster. Amanda LaShawn Wesley. Imani Alexis Wiley English. Danelle Ashley Williams. Akela Monet Wilson. Meredith Lee Uhas, summa cum laude, cum honore. Receiving the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Elaine Pinkney Green with honors. Kelly R. Smith with honors. Amy Elizabeth Wicker with honors. Receiving the Bachelor of Science degree, Ellen Nadine Ashley. Raquel Enola Blue, cum honore. Nicholas O'Dare Dillon. Kim Min Vuong, cum laude, cum honore. Emily Christine Catherine DeRocher. Alexa Renee Caroly, magna cum laude, cum honore. Jaswinder Kaur. Mi Fong Ti Le, summa cum laude, cum honore. Ashley Ann LaRossi with honors. Angelina Nicole Marthers with honors. Emily Maslowski. Megan Dolores McBride. Sarah Rachel McClendon. Lauren Schubert Middleton. Meante Nicole Moore, cum honore. Catherine Drang No, magnum cum laude, cum honore. Quinn Megan Wynn, summa cum laude, cum honore. No Win Yen Ni, magna cum laude. Irene Nicolau Rakana. Catherine Baldwin Potter, cum honore. Rebecca Claire Ravago. Seda Reyes Gonzalez. Madison Beverly Ryan. Jessica Lachey Sawyer. Shelby Lyle Spahn. Tiffany Veronica Tortorello, cum laude. Michelle Elizabeth Troop, cum laude, cum honore. Laura Crystal Watkins. Amber Victoria Wainick. Annika Vicht. Micaiah Jan Reichel Williams. Catherine Abigail Yankee. Candidates a big round of applause. And now, will the candidates for the master's degree please rise? Madam President, these students have satisfied all the requirements for the degree. They have been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees. I present them to you in order that you may confer upon them the master's degree.
Because you have satisfied the requirements of the degree, you have been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees, by the authority vested in me by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees of Columbia College. It is my pleasure to confer upon each of you the master's degree, with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Receiving the Masters of Arts in Criminal Justice. And this is a bit of a complicated ceremony, so we ask you to bear with us as you see the master's candidates will also have someone assisting them in being hooded. Deborah Jean Alexander. LaQuendon Jarrell Counts Sr. C. Kevin Cox. Sabrina Lolita Culp. Daniel Cornelius Frison II. Anastasia Khadijah Talia Jones. Jennifer Lynn Mays. Tracy Michelle Basket Sato. Raquel Lashanta Sims. Mark Peter Sticka. Jessica Marie Mun Velders. Receiving the Master of Arts in Organizational Leadership, Kelly Miller Bilal. Receiving the Master of Education in Divergent Learning, Rebecca Louise Burton. Chelsea Danielle Davis. Sarah Marie Gould. Doreen Howard. Kizzy Fonte Mabry. Emily Carolyn McLemore. Tiffany Antonia Morris. Kelly Elise Reagan. Kirsten Michelle Sanders. Melissa Ann Seal. Dolores Eugenia Weaver. Tracy Shantia Williams. And receiving the Master's of Education in Higher Education Administration, LaMarcus Antonio Douglas. Let's give all of our Master's honorees a round of applause.
You all are invited to attend a reception in the fellowship hall immediately following commencement. So if you would walk over to the fellowship hall and greet your graduates there. Now, as you're able, would you please stand for the blessing and benediction and remain standing for the alma mater. In the words of Louis L'Amour, The best of all things is to learn. Money can be lost or stolen, health and strength may fail, but whatever you've committed to your mind is yours forever. Now receive this blessing to go into the world. May God's blessing rest on each of you. May God's light shine on you and make your path clear. May hope carry you through the challenging times and gratitude be your response when life is good. May your days be filled with curiosity and adventure, and may you discover the incomparable joy of living lives that bring honor and glory to God. Go forth with your feet firmly planted on the solid ground that's been plowed by your family, friends, and teachers. Go knowing that what you have received today is yours, and nothing can separate you from the great source of knowledge and wisdom, the master teacher. Go forth to dance. Go in peace. And may the peace of God be with you today and forever. Amen.
We sing the praise of her we love. We lift on high her name in song, bright as the gleaming stars above. Columbia, mother great and strong, she who has been shall ever be. Wise, good, and true eternally, no stain shall touch the purity of our Columbia College.